Hey there, and welcome to the Daily Manchester United News Show. Let's dive into today's top stories. Kobbie Mainoo set for an important contract at Man United, says Romano. There hasn't been an awful lot for Man United fans to cheer about this season, but the emergence of Kobbie Mainoo is certainly one thing for them to be pleased about. The 18-year-old has slotted seamlessly into the team when required, and the nature of his brilliant injury time finish to win the game at Wolves told the footballing world what he is all about. Also, he is already on a long contract with the club, tying him down until 2027, with the option of a further year. It appears they already want to discuss new terms with him. Romano said the following: Kobbie Mainoo is one of the best talents around the world and is doing fantastic for Manchester United in the midfield, so much so that Man United are already preparing a new contract proposal. It's not an urgent situation, so Man United are not forced to do it as soon as possible, but they want to do it this year in 2024 because the player's contract is still long. They want Kobbie to be one of the faces of the project for the present and the future. He is a great talent who deserves a salary to match, but it's just as important to make him feel like an important player for Manchester United. Along with the likes of Rasmus Højlund and Alejandro Garnacho, Mainoo is evidently the future of the storied Old Trafford outfit, so it's only right that the club are looking to show their appreciation for his talents. Erik ten Hag may not be around to see the player blossom, but for all of the Dutchman's faults, he cannot be questioned regarding his commitment to youth. His young Ajax team was one of the best in Europe just a few years ago, and developing young stars is arguably where his long-term future lies. Man United just aren't at the stage where they can rely on that as one of the major tenets that underpin their game. Erik ten Hag confirms injury setback for key Man United defender. Manchester United manager Erik ten Hag has confirmed an injury setback for Aaron Wan-Bissaka ahead of the Premier League meeting at Aston Villa tomorrow. The Red Devils registered a second successive league win last weekend. They cruised to a convincing 3-0 victory over West Ham United at Old Trafford. The club are now 8 points behind Villa for the final Champions League spot and have a brilliant chance to reduce the gap with a win at Villa Park. Ahead of the game, United will be without the services of Lisandro Martinez, who picked up a knee injury during the second half against the Hammers. He will be sidelined for at least 8 weeks, and it appears the club could also be without Wan-Bissaka, who has suffered a setback in training. The 26-year-old returned to team training after an undefined injury, but he dropped out of the session with a possible recurrence of the same issue. Ten Hag told ManUnited.com, Aaron Wan-Bissaka today was training, but then he dropped out, so I don't know in this moment where he is and what is the diagnosis. Hopefully, he is not too bad. The right back was out of favour under Ten Hag during the first half of last season, but he managed to change his fortunes during the back end of the campaign. Wan-Bissaka earned his right to start with several standout performances. He became a regular starter at right back, with Diogo Dalot occupying the substitutes bench. The Crystal Palace graduate has been unable to cement a regular role this season amid injuries. He was sidelined for around 10 games between September and October. Wan-Bissaka recently suffered a fresh injury, which kept him out of 3 games. On his return to training, he has been forced to drop out with a possible recurrence. Wan-Bissaka's current deal expires in the summer of 2025. He needs to prove his fitness in the coming months, or else United may be reluctant to prolong his stay. They could start contemplating the prospect of selling him in the next transfer window. Amad Diallo dreams of scoring winner in front of a full house at Old Trafford. Amad Diallo dreams of scoring the winning goal in front of the Old Trafford crowd. Speaking on Man United's official club website, the Ivorian claimed, "I'd be delighted to play there again. I can't wait to play and help the team." The 21-year-old has in fact scored one goal for United before at Old Trafford in the Europa League just under 3 years ago. However, he was unable to share the moment with the faithful who light up the atmosphere at the Theatre of Dreams. He said, "When I scored against AC Milan, there were no fans there, as it was during COVID. The fans are back now, so I hope to score and I hope it's a winner that I can celebrate with the supporters because I like celebrating with them." Ahmad has been away from the Red Devils set up for quite a while. The former Atalanta player went on loan to Rangers in the winter window of 22 but found his chances limited as he only played 13 games, but he did manage to get on the score sheet 3 times. However, he really burst into life as he spent the 22-23 season on loan at Sunderland in the Championship. The winger quickly became a fan favorite, scoring 14 goals in 42 games and was named the PFA Championship Fans Player of the Season for his efforts. However, a long-term injury picked up in a preseason put paid to any efforts to integrate in the Red Devils' first team, and Ahmad had to wait until the end of December to make an impressive cameo from the bench against Nottingham Forest in the league. Speaking on the moment, Diallo stated, "I was pleased to be back because I was out for so long. It was almost 5 months. Coming back and playing in that game was really important for me. It was exciting and I hope to keep it up." Man United star Rafael Varane is the most two-footed passer in the Premier League this season. Manchester United defender Rafael Varane is the most two-footed passer in the Premier League this season, alongside Brentford ace Aaron Hickey. The Frenchman has had a mixed campaign with the Red Devils this term. He started the season as a regular in the starting 11 before losing his spot. The centre-back managed to regain his place towards the end of the year, but there is still speculation over his future beyond the current campaign. Amidst this, The Athletic have revealed a surprise statistic where Varane stands out alongside Hickey. The outlet have disclosed the most ambipedal players in the Premier League this season. Varane and Hickey stand apart with the best percentage. Varane has completed 52% of his passes with his right foot and 48% with his left foot. The same is vice versa for Hickey, which puts them in the middle of the table from the data collected. Varane, who joined United for €40 million in the summer of 2021, has generally started in the right centre-back role. Despite this, he has completed half of his passes with his left foot. In the list, Johnny Evans also has a more even distribution, 59 to 41%. We are not surprised, considering his brilliant left-footed long ball for Bruno Fernandes' sensational goal versus Burnley. Both Varane and Evans have their contracts expiring at the end of the season. Manager Erik recently said that the club have yet to make a decision over the future of the deal. Newcastle are at the front of the queue in Amadou Onana chase. Newcastle United are favourites for Manchester United target Amadou Onana. This is according to Football Insider, who report that Eddie Howe's side are at the front of the queue for any potential deal at present. It has been reported that numerous teams were interested in the midfielder in January, but Everton priced everybody out of the move as they kept him in order to help save themselves from the drop after their 10-point deduction earlier in the season. Transfer correspondent Betty O'Rourke said the following: "I'm told the Newcastle United are now very keen on a potential move for the 22-year-old this summer. They have compiled extensive scouting reports on the Belgium international and see him as a real upgrade on their current midfielder options. I expect Newcastle to follow up their interest in Onana in the summer window. Everton will hope to raise around £60 million for the player. if he is sold, but if they are relegated, the Merseysiders will most likely need to accept significantly less. The Belgian midfielder has been linked to a variety of clubs in the past. Football Insider also claims that clubs like Arsenal are interested, but he is not their first choice target, as they also have eyes for Aston Villa's Douglas Luiz to bolster their central midfield options. United were first credited with interest in the summer and were informed that the player would cost them £60 million. It was later realized that in January that United had made an approach for the Belgian, but this clearly came to nothing as the Red Devils spent no money in the winter window. Man United absolutely interested in signing Barcelona midfielder Frankie de Jong. Manchester United are absolutely interested in signing Barcelona midfielder Frankie de Jong this summer, according to Spanish publication Sport. The Netherlands international was on the radar of the Red Devils in the summer of 2022. The club reached an agreement with the Blaugrana to sign him after prolonged negotiations. However, the Dutchman rejected the proposal of leaving the club. He was not impressed with the Catalan giants trying to push him out of the exit door to balance their books. It's now reported that the midfielder has doubts over his stay at Barcelona. The club were previously planning to extend his deal until June 2029, but it's now impossible to renew. The midfielder is projected to earn more than €20 million over the next few seasons. The Spanish club are open to selling him as they need a big money exit to ease their financial issues. Sport claimed that United absolutely maintain an interest in the player. The Red Devils, alongside Chelsea, would be willing to pay as much as €100 million to secure the Dutchman's services. The Red Devils agreed to pay €65 million plus €20 million in add-ons for de Jong in 2022. They were also prepared to make him their highest earner, but a deal did not materialize in the end. Sport claimed that United could return for him at the end of the current campaign, but we are not convinced that the new management will pursue the signing of the Dutchman. Sir Jim Ratcliffe and Ineos will take control of the footballing operations later this month. The focus will be on reducing the average age of the squad as well as the wage bill. Aside from a higher transfer fee, de Jong could demand a significant salary. Such a move may not make sense for Ratcliffe. De Jong will be 27 by the summer. The focus could be on signing a young defensive midfielder with the potential to develop at United. Benfica's João Neves would be an ideal candidate for United, in our opinion. Man United insist on signing Bremer from Juventus this summer. Manchester United insist on signing Juventus centre-back Bremer at the end of the season, according to Calciomercato. The Red Devils are likely to purchase a marquee central defender this summer, with the prospect of Raphael Varane leaving on a free transfer. The Frenchman's current £350,000 a week deal expires on June 30, and the club have decided against triggering a 12-month extension clause. The hierarchy are yet to open talks over a renewal with a pay cut. The former Real Madrid star could head out as a free agent at the end of the season. Bremer has been identified as a possible replacement. Calciomercato claimed that the Red Devils insist on signing him from the Bianconeri this summer. The source cited that he has all the characteristics United are looking for, but he could cost plenty, having recently signed a new deal until June 2028. Juventus have set a hefty valuation of €100 million for the Brazilian ace and may not accept anything less, as he only extended his contract in December. Sir Jim Ratcliffe recently agreed a 25% minority stake at the club. He will take control of the footballing operations once the deal is ratified by the Premier League. The British billionaire is eager to reduce the average age of the squad as well as the wage bill. The likes of Christian Eriksen and Casemiro could be sold later this year. Ratcliffe has also questioned the club's lavish spending in the transfer market. In our opinion, the club is likely to be more cautious with their approach this summer. While funds could be available, we may not see the club paying over the odds for any player. Bremer would be a quality acquisition with his good ball-playing ability, physical and aerial presence in the box, but he will be 27 in just over a month's time. As we wrap up today's Manchester United news, remember to stay tuned for daily updates right here on the channel. Don't miss out on the latest updates, so make sure to hit that subscribe button and give us a like if you found this information valuable. Your support means the world to us. Thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.